Now more than ever, I'm seeing every single kid start a business. I mean, you're talking drop shipping, agency, coaching and consulting, and there's so many more. Yet most of them fail and most of them never actually make their first dollar. They talk about, oh, they're getting into entrepreneurship. Oh, I want to escape this rat race. You know, the basic buzzwords that you hear from Iman Ghazi, Andrew Tate, and all of these seemingly godly influencers. Yet most of them fail and most of them never get to the point which they want to get to, wasting their time, and in reality, they were never going to make it anyways. Then you see these ultra successful influencers, as I'm saying, like people like Andrew Tate, or seemingly ultra successful, and it's almost like it happened overnight. All of a sudden you see like influencer here, right? Iman Ghazi, and every new guy pop up, and it must be so easy. Yet then you actually get into it, like these kids that I'm talking about that I see around me, where they're getting into these new ventures, new businesses, and it just results in failure. It's because they don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes to actually succeed in business, and nor did I. I remember about a year and a half ago, it was October of 2022. I'm sitting at my desk researching full intention, researching like drop shipping and just getting into different business models. I hear about this one business model, and this one guy even on my bus that I knew said he made $10,000 a month online. So I was sitting there on my desk researching different things, really getting into business. I mean, I tried drop shipping, I tried selling things on eBay, I tried flipping stuff, I tried to get into agency model, I tried freelance video editing. Over the course of the next 6 to 8 months, I ended up losing more money than I made. I even tried day trading. I mean, I tried everything you could imagine, and I succeeded with none of it. It's because I didn't have what it took. I didn't have the determination. I didn't have the clear focus. I would get distracted by every little thing around me, and I couldn't genuinely be focused on the task at hand. And not just that, but I didn't have a clearly outlined plan in place until recently. Now we're gonna fast forward to like June, July of 2023. So nearly 8, 9 months ago at this point, I started posting on YouTube consistently. I actually made a calendar and I made sure that I posted on YouTube and like scripted videos and everything else. And then that brought me into business. And then I started, first I was just making thumbnails for people. I signed a client at $200. Oh, cool, whatever, $99. It was in early September, I think. And then I scaled a little bit, signed a client for $250. I also taught him how to make thumbnails as well as making it for him. And then I helped very beginner YouTubers, usually in the self-improvement niche. And I made like 2.5, 3 grand from that over the course of the next few months, starting in September. And I'm telling you this because I finally set out a plan and I finally figured out what it takes to succeed in entrepreneurship, just as most don't. And what was that thing? Well, really what it was complete mastery of what I thought and the way I perceived the world. The revelation that I had was I realized that I couldn't just be like everyone else hopping onto this new shiny opportunity that was business. I had to get in for the long game. I had to be genuinely dedicated, genuinely focused into what I was doing. And I had to make sure that I only thought thoughts that were beneficial to my progress. If you want to learn how to do the exact same thing, I have more than 100 members inside of a community called Mental Mastery Academy, where I will help you find direction in your business and make sure you can really get started into your entrepreneurial journey. It'll be the top link in the description. So click that, join now, so that way you can actually find direction to not just financial freedom or whatever, I could, say that basic buzzword nonsense, but actual complete mastery of your mind, so you can go throughout the world and conquer whatever you want without being, addicted to random things, constantly scrolling on YouTube, getting nothing done and making no money. Now, I just hate to see when people, that you hear this opportunity, right? And you could say so many other ones. I hate when people know there's opportunities there, but they never take advantage of it, and then they don't live to their full potential. And I know I hate that, and I just dislike seeing people in that position, but why is it? It's because their perception of the world is faulty. They don't have the correct perception of the world, which is required to perceive the right opportunities to get them to where they want it to be. Imagine you have a door and you're gonna go walk through that, not through the door, but get to the other side of the door. You want to get to the other side of the door. So it's not just enough to have this goal in mind. You have to be able to perceive that you can grab the doorknob, pull it back, and walk through before you even do it. And then once you perceive that opportunity, then you can decide to take action on that. Then you actually take action, and guess what? You get to the other side of the door. That's the exact same thing in entrepreneurship. You need to be able to perceive the exact right opportunities, so that way you can get to the point which you want to. Because it's not good enough just to have some goal, some desire. Because people say set goals, set even systems for these goals. But if you never perceive the right opportunities in the first place, then you won't be able to pursue these systems, or at least pursue the right ones to get to the goal that you desire. The best way to learn what these systems are, or get these new perception, these opportunities, what do you think that is? It's through changing your experiences, because your past experiences determine your current perceptions. So you need to change your past experiences, or your current experiences and experiences going into the future. So in your environment, everything, pretty much everything you perceive, everything you experience, so you can change your perceptions as time goes on. That's talking about your perception of yourself, perception of everything in this world. Because if you can change your perception, you can therefore change your reality, because you can perceive the right things, decide to take action on those things, and then that'll result in your succession. But if you never can perceive these opportunities, then you'll never be able to get to the point which you want to get to. I understand that there's a lot of nonsense information out there, and there's a lot of unpractical things, but genuinely understand that's the one determining factor between everything. Imagine you and a millionaire. Well, you have you sitting here, probably scrolling on TikTok constantly, or YouTube shorts. You're staying up past the time which you set for yourself, or maybe you don't even have a set time. Eating junk food when you know it is bad, doing things which you know, right? You say to yourself it's bad, and watching YouTube, scrolling on your phone. It's 11:30, now it's 12, now it's 1, and all of a sudden you've stayed up until the middle of the night doing something which you told yourself you're going to stop doing. Why is that? It's because you actually believe that is the most beneficial thing that you should do. So you must change that belief, change that perception in your minds that doing these instantly gratifying things are not the most beneficial things for you. Instead, it's to be dedicated, focused, and disciplined in the task at hand. So that way you can actually get to the point which you want to get to. That builds the trust back in yourself, and then that gives you the ability to then be open to more opportunities, and therefore change your reality, resulting in you actually succeeding in the path that you want to lay out for yourself.